Yo, what to do, YouTube? It's your boy Coach Talk back with another video, and today is a good day. Today is a good day. We just dismantled the New York Colts. The New York Jets, in a sweet victory that we needed. And now we're number 2 in AFC South. This victory was so good to watch, man. It was so good to watch. And I'm going to start from beginning all the way to finish. Okay, but first, before I get into it, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Hit the subscribe button, like this video as well. I appreciate all the continuous support. I really do. Go ahead and comment your reactions, positive or negative. I see all the comments. If you have any questions or anything, be sure to let me know. If you have any video ideas, drop those as well. So let's hop into the video. So first quarter was a little iffy. It was a little iffy, I'll give you that. Sam Darnold throws a pick 6 to Xavier Rhodes. Who's seen that coming? Not me. He threw a nice pick to Xavier Rhodes. I was excited. It was lit. I was like, all right, let's turn up. We're off to a good start. In my head, I was like, okay, so in the last video before I dropped, I said, we can't let Sam Darnold get comfortable. And what do you know? The defense lets Sam Darnold get comfortable. The boy was scrambling out the pocket, running around, being comfortable, and finding the number one target that was really irking my nerves this whole game, Braxton Berrios. Braxton Berrios was out there looking like primetime Julio. He was looking like Julio in his prime, like a prime, like Calvin Johnson or Chad Johnson or Terrell Owens. He was looking like one of those top 5 wide receivers that couldn't be stopped. I was like, what happened to the defense? We just got a pick 6. We wasn't getting any pressure on them. We couldn't do anything to stop Sam Darnold. So I was like, okay. So little you know, we going down the field, we get a few stops. And every now and then they're forcing to punt the football. So I'm like, okay, good. And another thing, shout out to Frank Gore. Frank Gore, he was playing today, former Colt, Dolphin, Hall of Famer. This dude was trying his hardest to put the Jets in scoring territory. So shout out to Frank Gore. His stats don't really show it. But if you watch the game, you can see he still got a little bit of burn left in him. If he just was on a good team, I don't think the Jets is for him. I think he's on the Jets because he's going to start. But I feel like he needs to go to another team and he'll have more exposure with a better O-line because the Jets ain't it. But shout out to Frank Gore. But other than that, we're going on down the game. And Phillip Rivers is looking like prime Phillip Rivers. The boy was out there dotting, no sacks. Shout out to the O-line, no sacks. No incompletions. We got a holding call on 56 on Quentin, but that was at the end of the game, but we got a holding call. But we didn't get any holding calls really this game. Surprisingly, Mark didn't get any holding calls. So it was a good game. It was a good game. We could have won by more. Don't get me wrong. We could have won by more. We definitely should have won by more. Phillip Rivers found Mo Alley Cox in the end zone. I told y'all last week that Mo Alley Cox might be one of his favorite targets now. We've seen Jack Doyle in the game. Shout out to Jack Doyle for recovering and coming back. We see Fountain in the game. He got a few receptions. It was good to see him out there on the field. Michael Pittman got a few receptions out there. T.Y. Hilton wasn't dropping any footballs. That was a good sight. I like the little tiptoe animation he did on the sideline to get the first down because Phillip Rivers was throwing missiles. He was throwing missiles out there. He was making plays, and the receivers was out there making something out of nothing due to the throw. And it was a good sight to see. I mean, we could have did better in the run game, in my opinion. Jonathan Taylor looked a little rusty, but he got a touchdown. He looked a little rusty, but the O-line wasn't really holding up for the run. They were doing better for the pass protection. In my opinion. But can't complain. I can't complain. Nyheim Hines did a good job today. Shout out to Nyheim Hines. I wanted more of Nyheim Hines and Jonathan Taylor duo this game. That's why I said last week on the preview, I said this week needs to be more of a Hines-Taylor instead of a Wilkins-Taylor because they need more of a speed back to run past this defense. And we did that. We seen Wilkins at the end of the game. He looked pretty elusive. He was starting to run angry after those four short runs he had. He was starting to run angry. He was running loose. Shout out to Marley Cox. We've seen Jack Doyle. We've seen T.Y. Xavier Rhodes had 2 interceptions. That boy was balling. And the second one was funny because he got misplaced in zone coverage. And Kenny Moore was in man coverage. And Xavier Rhodes lost his guy. But it was kind of like a bait. So when he lost him, Sam Darnold threw it to the perfect position for Xavier Rhodes to run in front of him and catch the interception. So shout out to him. Shout out to TJ Carey. These dudes are balling. All you Vikings fans, all you haters, you Browns fans, use the ones that counted out Xavier Rhodes and TJ Carey. Y'all counted them out. They said they washed. They're past their prime. They're not good anymore. I remember it. I remember those comments. Y'all counted the Xavier Rhodes out, and look at him now. He's balling. Shout out to Xavier Rhodes. Keep it up, man. We're proud of you, boy. Colts Nation is proud of you, Xavier Rhodes. We're proud of you, man. You putting all these haters to sleep. You ain't seeing them no more. You're not seeing them right now because you on cloud nine. You doing your thing. So shout out to you. Shout out to DeForest Buckner. He out there getting safeties. He's actually making himself known. Even though I will say it was a little rough for the D-line pass rush this week. It was a little rough because Sam Darnold had too much time to evade. He had too much time. He had too much time. It wasn't good. Don't lie. I can't lie. It wasn't good at all. The pass rush gotta tighten it up. They gotta tighten up them angles on them sacks. Kenny Moore got a sack before anybody. What does that say? What does that say? Kenny Moore got a sack before anybody. I mean, even though we're used to it, but I would have been nice to have. We could have had 2-3 sacks before Kenny Moore sack. It was just bad angles. Muhammad could have got the first sack, but he got waved off. Autry could have got one. He got waved off. It was just bad angles. But I feel like they'll adjust it. But I'm telling you this now. If we don't get this situated with these scrambling invasive quarterbacks, we're going to have a bad week coming up for us. And you guys know what week I'm talking about. We're going to have a bad week if we don't get this D-line situated. DeForest Buckner came alive at the end. They stopped worrying about it. He got through there with ease. Justin Houston got him a sack safety. Shout out to Justin Houston. But we got to get this adjusted right now. Because it's not going to get easy from here. It's not. The road's going to get tougher. I want us to be 6-1 before that week comes. We have to be 6-1. Simple. But other than that, the defense turned up at the end. Phillip Rivers did a phenomenal job. Shout out to Phillip Rivers for the 400 touchdowns to 6,000 or 60,000 yards or something crazy like that. Shout out to him. Another thing, we seen Jacoby Brissett today. I don't know about y'all, but I was a little worried. About seeing Jacoby Brissett. But he did his thing. No turnovers. He still looked a little rusty in the pocket. He got evasive. He broke some ankles. Threw a few passes. He threw one duck. Wasn't that bad. I mean, Jacob Eason was inactive. So, I mean, Phillip Rivers did his thing. We didn't need to see Phillip anymore. So, we put in Jacoby. He ran the football. Handed the ball off. Threw a few passes to Michael Pittman. Not bad. But overall, this team did a pretty decent job today. Could we have had 45 to 50 points? Absolutely. But it is what it is. It's in the past. We did a good job today. We take the victory and we move on. The Colts did a good job. The flowers definitely go to Phillip Rivers and that defense, man. They did a phenomenal job today. This was the victory that we were supposed to win. It wasn't a trap game. And then other than that, I want to say praise up to all the players that got hurt this week. Especially the Jets, man. The Jets, a lot of players went down today for the Jets. It was tough to watch. I wasn't excited at all when I always seen the timeout or injury timeout, man, because it's not good to see. So all the players that went down this week, prayers up to them. Hopefully for speedy recoveries, man. It was just a tough scene to see all those players go down. But we got the victory. We're going to move on to next week. I'm going to have more videos dropping later on this week, but this was a good victory. You guys are going to celebrate this. We're going to toast. We're going to party, and we're going to move on to next week. On the next week. So thank you guys for all watching this video. Comment, like, and subscribe if you're new. Turn on your notifications. Tell a friend about my channel. And until next time, Coach Talk signing out. Peace.